Hello and welcome to Comic Kings. It's your boy Dan the Man, and today we'll be looking at the top 10 Buster suits in Marvel Comics. In this list, a Buster suit will be a suit with the sole purpose of defeating or even killing a character. However, the suit doesn't have to have been made by Tony Stark, rest in peace, as any other entries by any other makers will also be considered for the list. Finally, please remember that this is strictly my opinion, and if you disagree or think I left one out, drop a like and comment so that I can do a part 2 in the future. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into it. Number 10. Alright, to start our list off, we have the Heavy Duty Armor Mark 1, which first debuted in the Iron Man Volume 5 Edition 4, but got popular after its role in the original Sin series. While I wish I could have put this suit higher, I also think it's too close to the original Buster to be considered its own thing. I would have liked for it to have been more flight-based, like the War Machine suit, which it looks more like than the actual Iron Man suit. But overall, I still really like the suit and its design. Number 9. Coming in at number 9, we have the Phoenix Killer Armor used by Iron Man in the Avengers vs. X-Men crossover series to, you guessed it, defeat the Phoenix. While I think the concept of the suit is really enticing, I do think that the actual design of the suits looks a little bit off, and the suit itself failed to actually defeat the Phoenix during battle, which is why I couldn't rank it too high. Personally, not my favorite, and I'm a bit disappointed that it doesn't even have a head. That's one of the main reasons, in my opinion, I don't like it that much. But I could see how people could like this suit. Numero 8. At number 8, we have the Thor Buster Armor, which made its first appearance in the Invincible Iron Man Standoff series. This suit in particular was powered by an Asgardian gem gifted to Tony by Thor himself. However, after Thor is pitted against the Avengers by Doctor Doom, Tony is forced to use it against his friend and is unsuccessful in the end. Other iterations of the suit have the armor modeled after the Destroyer and made out of Uru, the same metal used to make Thor's hammer, which I thought was a really creative and fun idea. Overall, I wish the design would have had a little less red and yellow and more Asgardian look and aesthetic to it, so it would stand out amongst the other Hulkbuster suits, but the concept is definitely there. Number 7. Heading over to number 7, we have the Wakandan Buster, and to tell you the truth, I didn't even know the suit existed. Having made its first appearance in Totally Awesome Hulk number 9, Black Panther used the suit as a means to protect Wakanda from the Hulk or any other enemy if needed be. The design of the suit is a different one, as it looks more like a bigger and stronger version of T'Challa's actual suit, and I don't mind it at all. I think it looks amazing. Number 6. Going into number 6, we have one of my personal favorites, although not very different aesthetically, the anti-Magneto suit, making its first appearance also in Avengers vs. X-Men series, like the Phoenix Killer. This suit was specifically made from carbon tubes in order to take down Magneto, and this suit, unlike the Phoenix Buster, was actually successful at its job. The only problem I have with the suit is that it looks almost too much like the normal Iron Man suit, and I would have liked a more red and purple or even silver design for this Buster, just to make it look more different than what he usually wears. Number 5. Coming in at number 5, we have the Mark 48, having made its first appearance in Avengers Infinity War and based off of the Mark 14 in the comics. I can say that overall it has a very good slick and modern design that actually looks like an upgraded version of the Mark 44, the original Hulkbuster that appeared in Age of Ultron. However, the suit in fact was never used to its fullest potential, as we never got to see it in the hands of Tony Stark, and that's why sadly I cannot rank it any higher. Just think of all the other things it could have done that Banner probably didn't know the suit could do, as we only get to see him shoot amplified repulsor beams with it. Number 4. At number 4, we have the Iron Spider version of the Hulkbuster. Now this suit takes two of my favorite suits and blends them together, and while We don't see it very often, other than the animated Spider-Man show. I am very biased towards it. I love how they implemented the iron arms into the suit and just the raw strength it has, as it stopped both the Hulk and the Rhino dead in their tracks at the same time. Now that's badass. Before I reveal the last 3 suits in this list, here are some honorable mentions. Alright, so first up we're gonna have the anti-Transformers suit, which in theory it looks really cool. I think this is more of a spin-off thing than like an actual canon thing. That's why I didn't actually put it in the list. But overall I do appreciate the design and thought that went into this suit. Our second honorable mention will be the Sorcerer Supreme suit. In the universe TRN 591 in Marvel Comics, Iron Man basically becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. I didn't put this suit in the list as it's not really a Buster, but I wouldn't mind seeing this suit go up against Stephen Strange in an actual comic. Number 3. At number 3, we have the Hulkbuster Mark II, as seen in the World War Hulk comic arc, one of my personal favorites, in which the Hulk is basically sent to Planet Hulk by the Illuminati, which consists of Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Namor, and others. To make a long story short, although I do recommend you actually read the comic, Hulk's family is killed, and he believes it was done by the Illuminati since the ship he arrived in blew up. And he goes back to Earth, super enraged, and starts killing the Illuminati off one by one. Iron Man is a part of this group, and so he makes the Hulkbuster Mark II, which is huge, to try to defeat the Hulk. But the Hulk is so enraged that he tears it in like 3 punches. It takes the Sentry to come in and then defeat what is known as Worldbreaker Hulk, as he was so mad that he took a single step and apparently broke like a significant part of the Earth. But in general, I think this is one of the bigger Hulkbuster suits, and I just think it's amazing. Number 2. At number 2, we have the Galactus Buster armor, as seen in the Armor War comics, as well as the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 video game. This suit, as the name suggests, was built with the purpose of facing off and defeating the cosmic entity known as Galactus, which Iron Man was barely successful at in the comics. Unlike some of the other suits in this list, the concept was definitely there, but also the execution of this suit was really good. Oh yeah, we're finally at number 1. Last but certainly not least is the Mark 44, first seen in the Age of Ultron movie. And when I first made this list, there was not a question in my mind that this would be number 1. This is the suit that everyone first saw on the big screen. It's the one that I first saw when I was a little kid. It was amazing. This whole scene is incredible. Not only that, but the suit also takes obvious inspiration from the comics, just with a little more movie effects and all that to add to the experience. Also, all of the different gadgets Iron Man actually uses to defeat the Hulk, like the handcuff and the amplified repulsor beams, are a really nice addition to show that they actually cared as to how Iron Man made the suit and how he was meant to take down the Hulk in the movie, which he actually did. One last thing I wanted to mention, I also believe that this suit, the Mark 44, is stronger than the improvement, quote-unquote, the Mark 48, as Mark 48, the one in Infinity War, didn't have Veronica, the satellite that kept repairing the original Hulkbuster in Age of Ultron, which, in my opinion, makes it considerably more stronger than the one in Wakanda. Thanks for watching my first ever video with the Comic Kings channel. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you're interested in these kinds of videos, Marvel or DC, I will link our Discord in the description. Make sure to check it out. Dan out.